Hello everyone and welcome back to Blue Raider Extra Point. Dylan Simmons alongside Ryan Martinelich and Matt Hayden. We've got another great Saturday slate coming your way as Middle Tennessee takes on UTEP. Let's go right into our keys to succeed. I will start with Mr. Matt over here.
Alrighty, guys. So my first one is having an effective run game. I mean, you got to be more efficient in that run game, and they also piggybacks up my second one is execute on early downs, getting these good plays of 4 to 5 yards on that first down to make it an easier second down. So with a high talented pass defense in the UTEP Miners, it's going to be hard to convert those long downs. But also you got to show the energy from last week. You put 40 up on FIU in front of your home crowd, and you just got to play with that same energy, play with that same ferocious attack that I saw last week. And you just got to keep the season high. I mean, it's been a long season. You're at your last home game. It's senior day, and so you want to finish on a high note, but you also want to show that same energy and carry it to the remainder of the games in the season.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off of that, mine, I'd have to say, you got to first get UTEP off the field, stop the dig, because they are a team that likes to take possessions away from you and hold on to the ball. They are a slow-tempo, pro-style offense, old-school offense. Protect Vadiato. You have a team that is third in CUSA in team sacks at 23. 3 defensive linemen have at least 5 sacks, including Praise Amehule and Kanias Vaughn. All right, so you got to stop them. Of course, you also got to limit Tyrese Knight, who leads USA in tackles, total tackles at 116. And then third, pressure the UTEP defensive backs. All right, this is a pass-heavy Blue Raider offense going against a UTEP Miner defense that leads USA in pass yards per game. So you have to somehow thread the needle, find the open holes, and get some passing touchdowns to go.
Yes, so my first key, jumping off of that, is going to be arcade game. Now this one seems a little bit vague, but Cade McConnell is going to be the starting quarterback in this game, and he's not the guy who usually takes the snaps, although he has taken his fair share this season. I'm not denying the talent that he has, but I think if you make it to where he's the primary guy, it makes the offense a bit more one-dimensional. Plus, take away that running game, it's going to make things much easier, and that leads into my second key, ballroom blitz. Now, this follows up on my first key, which is all about making the game about Cade McConnell and having the defense really blitz the quarterback. And remember, this UTEP offensive line has had their own issues this year. They've allowed 24 sacks, and I think blitzes on third down and long or middle can really come up clutch. And third, senior spotlight. I want to see the Blue Raiders seniors come out in a huge way, go out there motivated, which we know they will. We know they're going to come out with everything they've got to get away with a victory. When you've got these guys playing in their final regular season home game, it means that much more. It's like the SEC, it means more. They're going to find a way, I think, to get a victory in this one. But that leads into our picks for the week, so let's get right to it with our first pick. We've got Jacksonville State taking on Louisiana Tech. Matt, why don't you start us off with that one?
Well, again, I just think the Louisiana Tech team has been it's been a roller coaster ride for them these past this entire season. It's been with the injuries at quarterback from Hank Bachmeier, kind of threw their season off kilter. But I've loved what I've seen out of Jacksonville State. You really wish they could potentially be fighting for that championship game, but again, due to regulations and rules, that fortunately they can't. And I just think they're a great team all the way around. So give me Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I kind of have to say the same thing here. It is a little unfortunate, the 2-year probation period, but we understand the rules and why they are in place. Lots, like you mentioned, have kind of struggled this season overall, despite Sonny Cum becoming in his second year. Expectations were a little higher. Jacksonville State is favored by 9.5. I like Jacksonville State, and I also like them to cover that spread. So give me the Gamecocks.
I'll say this. Recently, Louisiana Tech's defense has been worse than Taco Bell on the stomach. All right, it's been rough. They've given up 42, 56, 27, 31, and 35 points in the last 5 games. Hey, I'm just saying, Taco Bell in the stomach during dinner time, ugh. Okay. Anyway, I don't think that they're going to find any momentum in this game right now. They have the 108th scoring defense in the nation, and the Gamecocks are a very run-heavy offense. Louisiana Tech has the 125th rushing defense in the nation. It's not a good matchup, and I think Jacksonville State, with Malik Jackson, Zion Webb, they get the job done 38-14. Next up, we've got Sam Houston taking on Western Kentucky.
And again, I just feel like Sam Houston has really found their, key lately on offense. They've been starting to click now, playing in these in-conference games. Their defense was always been a spotlight, even when they were 0-8 at the beginning of the season. Have 2 wins now, and looking to push it to, hopefully play a little bit spoiler here against Western Kentucky. I just feel like Western Kentucky has been off their game these last couple, heading into when they could potentially have been in that championship game.
Yep.
So I'm actually taking the Bearcats here. I really think the Bearcats defense can, Malachi Corley and Austin Reed could, cause them some trouble there on offense for Western. So I really think Sam Houston has a chance to play a little bit of spoiler here because Western's still trying to find that 6-win mark for a bowl game. So give me the Bearcats.
I'm kind of in between here. I think both quarterbacks have potential, Austin Reed and Keegan Shoemaker. It just depends on which quarterback shows up because they kind of had a two-sided coin here. Give me Western Kentucky. I think Sam Houston covers the points, however, but I also like the under. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. So give me the Hilltoppers.
Low scoring affair, interesting. So I'll say this. Western's defense has been as concerning as ever. I don't think we need a long diatribe into what they've been this year. What has been interesting, though, has been that their offense has been a little bit sluggish at points. Austin Reed had a pick 6 last week. I think he tried to force it a little bit too much against New Mexico State at some times. And they've been stuck like SpongeBob in the Ringer for a lot of their games recently. So I think we need to see that running game really pick up because Elijah Young, he's their top running back, 389 rushing yards. That's not looking good. Sam Houston starting to get some momentum, 2 straight victories, and they just beat Louisiana Tech. I'm with Matt. I'm going with the upset. Sam Houston wins 35-33. Next up, New Mexico State takes on Auburn.
All right, so I've really loved what I've seen out of Diego Pavia lately. I mean, he's literally been the motor to this offense for New Mexico State. And honestly, I think this could be a better game than what people give it credit for. I mean, New Mexico State is once again at the top of the Conference USA.
They are.
They are in the championship game against Liberty, and this could be a really good, prove me game for them. Coach Kill there, former SIU, alum there. So shout out to Dan Eschenfelder.
Yes,
Coach.
sir.
But again, I really like what I've seen out of this program. I just feel like, unfortunately, the SEC, opponent is going to come out victorious here. So give me the Auburn Tigers.
New Mexico State is a 26-point underdog. All right, they have Auburn at a 26-point favorite.
That's a little bit harsh.
The Tigers have at least found a rhythm. They are bowl eligible.
That's true.
First year under Hugh Freeze. Both teams will find a way to a bowl game once we get to December. I do like Auburn. However, I do like what I've seen, like I said, you said from the Aggies and Diego Pavia. So give me Auburn, but
yeah,
in a close one.
I'm with you. I think Auburn's a little bit too much to handle. FIU takes on Arkansas.
Yeah, I think there's, not much going on here for FIU. They've had some good, they start off the season really well. We all thought, FIU could hang around in there, but they've just fallen off a cliff lately. Had a crushing loss, as you can see, at MTSU there. So I just feel like Arkansas, again, is going to overpower their opponent here. So give me the Razorbacks.
Arkansas not bowl eligible now. They're 3-7. FIU has everything to gain at this point, but I do think Arkansas will be too much to handle, despite what we've seen so far in their offense.
Yeah, I think that this is a battle of two teams who have kind of fallen off the map. FIU is manhandled, disrespected, and buried by Middle Tennessee last week. And Keon Jenkins looked like he was in a beehive because he was trying to find somebody to go to. He kept getting stung everywhere. So I think that Middle Tennessee kind of exposed FIU last week, and Auburn just did the same to Arkansas. But I do think Arkansas's talent is a bit too much. Give me the Razorbacks in this one. And last but not least, the final pick of the season, UTEP takes on Middle Tennessee right here in Murfreesboro.
And obviously, with it being senior day at MTSU, you want to see the home team come out on top. But I mean, again, it's going to be a hard battle. UTEP's defense is, they are potent to sacking the quarterback, getting pressure in the pocket. I had Tyrese Knight at linebacker with the leading tackler in the conference there. So it's definitely going to be a trouble task for MT, but I really think they're going to pull through. I think the energy is going to be high. I like what I've seen out of Vadiato all season long, and I really think he's going to step up here today and, put the Blue Raider offense on his back, potentially, and carry them to a victory here on Senior Day.
I was wrong last weekend when I picked FIU to beat MTSU.
Yep.
I really don't want to do that same mistake despite UTEP's defense. I do think MTSU does pull out this one.
All right, I like that. So you're going back with the Raiders, and I can respect it. To me, this game is all about grinding it out. You got UTEP, who's a very physical kind of gritty team. You got Middle Tennessee, who relies a lot on the pass. So it's going to be almost a clash of two styles. Now the question is going to be which style will come out on top. I think Middle Tennessee just has a little bit more motivation in this one. They're going to find a way. They're going to staple their opponent, and that's what's going to happen. Middle Tennessee gets a big win, 23-13, moves to 4-7 on the year with a victory here at home. And it's been a fantastic season here on Blue Raider Extra Point, and I think that, guys, we've had a lot of good times, a lot of good memories, and we can't wait to see what's next. But we're just a few moments away from kickoff. For that, you'll need to switch over to ESPN+. That's going to do it for now as we send it over to the team up in the broadcast booth. Thank you so much for watching Blue Raider Extra Point all season. We hope you've enjoyed the ride. We will see you in fall 2024 for more CUSA action right here on Blue Raider Extra Point. So long and have an electric night.